guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I thought we'd do a nice resin video today. I'm going to be using epoxy resin, and I want to make some little sort of maybe a little sun catcher. These are little metal rings that I've got. I think they're sort of like for macrame, but I'm just hoping that they will work and hold in the resin so I can do a little sun catcher. And I'm just going to do a little one on this one. It's a little moon, so I thought that was really nice. I'm using just the acrylic piece from my UV lamp just to make sure it's sort of nice and flat on there. Sometimes these have a little curve in them, so let's see. Now what I thought I would do, I'm going to stick them down on top of some tape, but what I'm going to be using, I've got some alcohol inks, but I'm going to use the epoxy resin. So I've got them in my big pump, so we've got A and B, so this is a 2-part mix, and this takes a little while to dry, so you need to leave it overnight to dry. So I will be doing that, but I'm going to colour them with these new new inks that I've got, and they're from Let's Resin, and they come in this lovely big box. So you've got 24 metallic alcohol ink colours, and they're just beautiful. So if I take a little handful here, look at all these lovely colours, just beautiful. Now I've picked 5 colours for mine, because for my big one I thought I would just drop in alcohol inks into there so it mixed up, and look at these lovely colours. So I have got purplish red, I have got pearl white, this is rose gold, I have champagne gold, and I have silver. So I've not used these before, so I'd like to, I've opened them up, but they do a bit of a mess when you poke them at holes, so do be aware of that. I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just hopefully, obviously I'm going to have to piece together this tape for the circle. So I'm just going to put that on there, hoping this will sort of fit. Oh, look at that. Yes, it does. It just about fits. Now I need something to, let me just take another acrylic block and just see. I think I should sort of pick this up. I don't want any leaking. It's not so bad if you're going to do it with UV resin, but I want to use epoxy resin, so I want to make sure this is really stuck down on there so it doesn't leak like that. So that's that one, and then I want to do this one. Now I know I'm going to have lines in this. I'm going to take a piece of this and put this down through the middle like that. Stick that on, and then to either side, and see if that will work. We don't want any leaking, so let's put that down. Put that on. Oops. Don't want any thumbprints in there, so let's just pop that on there like that. Want to make sure that that's stuck down. I can do a layer of sort of like a layer over the top if I've got little lumps and bumps in it, but that's okay. So I just want to test out these little hoops to see if they will work, because I fancy a lovely little sun catcher. Let me pop that on there. This, I did try this hoop in my little coaster moulds, but it was too big, which was a bit of a shame. Right, that's stuck. That's pretty stuck down. Now on this one, I thought I'd do this one a little bit of glittery bits in there, because that's going to be separate to this one. So I'm just going to put this over here for a minute. I'm just going to do those two. I'm going to mix up some resin now. I've got those little bits ready. I'm going to put my gloves on. I've just got a new pack of these gloves, and I use these ones here. I'll pop a link down to these ones as well. They're really good. I do like these ones. So we shall pop our gloves on. Make sure you've got your windows open, you've got a fan on if you've got a fan, or you know, circulation of air. And your mask, all your equipment, you need it all, because it's very, very important. Or these do say that there's no odour or anything, but it still can affect your chest. So be very, very careful. And a lot of people are quite allergic to it. So please be careful with it. Right, I'm going to do 4 ounces. I think that might probably be enough. So I'm going to just put 2 ounces of each. So I'll put 2 ounces of B. Can you see what I'm doing? These have got these lovely pumps on them. They are just fabulous. So we shall pump down this to number 2. Oh, makes it so much easier. I'm just going to pop that down there. Lovely. And then we will get A. And then I'm going to put that in there. Oops. This one is thicker. So this takes a little bit longer to push down. This is a nice big thick one. So you've got the little pumps, and they just, it's a little bit more, I find it a little easier than pouring it, because you can never quite get the right amount in there. So you need sort of like 5 or 6 pumps of this, or maybe more. I wasn't really counting how much we need. Maybe one more. One more pump. Oh no, just a little bit more. A little bit more. Tiny, 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 tiny. Okay, so I didn't count the pumps. I don't know whether you counted the pumps. There we go. That's on 4. So I am just going to quickly stir this, and then I will be back. Okay guys, so I've mixed up my resin. It's got a few little bubbles in there, so I'm just letting that settle for a minute. And I'm just going around my edge of the little metal circle of the ring, because I'm afraid it's going to leak underneath. So I'm going to just go around with my glue gun just to hold that. Hopefully then it won't leak. So it's the same sort of thing. If you're doing molds, you can sort of like hold it in so your molding silicone rubber doesn't sort of leak out. So that will go all the way around. So hopefully that will work. Oh gosh, don't get glue inside. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. So I shall let that one just dry off, or harden, and we are going to work on this one. So we shall see if this leaks out. Or do you think I should do this one as well? Maybe I should do this one as well, just to be safe. Let's just go. I think I've got my glue gun on, and then we will see if it works. There we go. Because they're not flat, they're not completely flat onto the, you know, they have a little bit of, oh my gosh, a little bit of a kink to them. Stuck to there. Okay. Okay guys, let's see. I'm just going to stuck it to here, I think. That's okay, it comes off. It will come off. Right. Let's pop that down. Pop that down. I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to take a little cup, just a little plastic cup. Just pour a little bit in here. And I'm going to take my lovely chunky glitter, which I can't resist. I have to use this each time. What's this one? Purple Opal. Now I'm going to just do the glittery one first, so that I don't make a great big mess. and get glitter all in this one. Not that it would really matter. Got a couple of my little wooden stirry sticks. So let's just give this a little bit of a stir. These are just beautiful. Now I'm just wondering as well, I might drop in a few drops of the pearl white. So I think that might look quite pretty in there. So let's see. Let's see. I'm not used to using alcohol ink, so it's a good tester, isn't it? So I'm just going to tip a little bit in there. In there. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of this in the middle. Just a little bit of the clear in there. Okay. Let's take my little... All of these little bits I can add into some little... Make another little coaster or something. Let's just... Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're not leaking out, so we know that that works. I'm going to just drop a little bit of this in. Give it a good shake. Hoping you can see that. Let's just come down a little bit further. There we are. So just a couple of little drops in there to see what happens. Let me put one in there. You're going to come out. And they get a little bit clogged as well, don't they? Let's give it a shake. They do look so pretty when they come out, don't they? Look at that. Fizzling together. Just beautiful. I'm so tempted to put more in here. This has got a little bit clogged. Let me just see if I can get a little pin. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. That's going to look lovely, I hope. Right, I'm going to leave that to do its thing. I'm going to turn this one around, so hopefully we won't sort of nudge that one at all. Put that on here. I'm going to tip in some of this. A little bit more. Okay, lovely. Right, I'm going to drop these in. I'm going to go in with, should we go in with a lighter first? So let's just add a few drops of the pearl white in there. Then we will go in with the silver. Let's give it a good shake. Look at that. It's very, very mesmerising, isn't it? That little cells in there. Right, this one is champagne. A few drops of champagne in there. And then I'm going to go in with some rose gold. Oops, in you go. A bit more. Let's see if this one will come out. Let's give it a bit of a shake. Wow. Right, I'm going to go back in again with the white. Gosh, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Let's go back in with a bit more red. Oh, loving this. Not quite sure how much you can sort of pop in here. Look at that one, that looks so pretty. Might add a little bit more white going into that one. Look at that, that's lovely. Bit of white in here. Fabulous. This is going to be a quick video for you guys because I'm going to just leave that and let it do its thing and dry. Now I do have, the other thing I do have is the resin, the white resin dye. So I'm not sure whether to put some of this in and just wiggle it around, if you know what I mean. I'm going to just, oh, you're going to come out. And see if this makes a difference. Like that. Wow. So I'm not sure whether that's heavier. I'm going to take my little pin and just go around like that. Okay, so we shall leave it like that and see how they sort of like turn out. So guys, I'm going to leave that and then I will be back. Okay guys, so I think they are quite hard. They've been left a fair few hours now. It's a tiny little bendy in the middle, but I think we should be okay. I did have a go at sort of pulling that off and it sort of comes off, so I'm going to just pull it and hopefully I don't pull it out of the metal ring. But I'm loving how I come out. I'll show you the other bits. I used up the rest of the resin. Look how well this tape comes off. It's just fantastic. To make some little bits and pieces here. This is out of the jewellery one. So I've just made some little bits so we can hang them down. I should have done it really on the video, but I was a bit too excited about getting this done. Look at that, how that comes off. Look at that. That's fabulous. So that's the front side of it. You can see little marks on there, but I think that will be okay. But how beautiful is that? Not quite a sun catcher, but I think it's sort of like a little sort of dingly dangly. Almost looks like a planet, doesn't it? So let's have a go at this one. I'm glad I popped the glue gun around the edge. Because that works really well. Nothing leaked out. So that's come off. And this just pulls off really, really easily. So nice and neat and clean and tidy. Hopefully, a little bit on the end, but look at that. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? This is more of a sort of a dingly dangly one, isn't it? Sun catcher one. Just going to see if I can just, not really the right pliers. Got a little pair here. Just get that last little bit of glue off the edges there. Perfect. So we can get rid of this acrylic plate there, but that's beautiful. Look how lovely that is. So that was the back. That's what we ended up with, and then that was the front. But that is just gorgeous. Really, really lovely. And then again on this one, look at that. It's all sparkly. We like a little bit of sparkle. Right, so what I've done with these, I did the same sort of thing. I tried to do the same sort of thing so that we can make some little dingly danglies coming down. So they look really nice. I think they look really nice. Not sure about these ones with the dots in. I should have sort of like mixed it around a little bit better. So what I'm going to use that one, maybe that one, these three. So my idea, I will drill a hole in here and then we'll have a little one on there we'll have one there and then one there, just so that they hang down. And then for our little moon, I've got these, and what I did, I've gone around the edge on these ones with the chrome markers, and I left them to sort of dry. So I'm just going to go around these ones before I sort of like drill any holes in. That one will go on like that, and then we've got the little tiny one at the top. And then what I've done, we want the shiny bit. We want the shiny bit at the front. There we go. So I think it's that one. And then we'll make a hole in those. And then I've made just some little connectors on this one. I've done these ones with sort of like the antique gold on there, and a beautiful little, I think it's jasper. These beads are jasper, but putting them in the middle like this, it almost makes it look sort of like oriental, I think, which is just beautiful. So we'll do that in a minute. I just want to go around these with the lovely acrylic markers, the chrome markers. Let's take these out. I've got the silver ones there. I need the big, is this the thick gold one? I think so. Give it a bit of a shake. No, I think, no, but it's the last one that I pick up, I expect. Yes, it will be. This one. There we go, this one. So let's just give that a little bit of a shake. I've got my drill as well, because I just do a little bit of drilling. So I'm going to hold on to this, and then I'm just going to go round. I was going to do it in the silver, but I've got some sort of antique gold chain that I want to use as well. And I've got some jump rings there somewhere. So I'll do one in silver and one in the gold. But I think this, just going around the edges, just sort of like finishes it off really, really lovely. I must make some more of these, because I've not really used the what are they called, the alcohol inks. Gosh, there we go. So that's the gold around the outside, which I think looks really nice. Let's get rid of the bit on the top, we don't want that. And then this will just give it a minute to dry, just while I drill a hole in the other ones. I'm not going to dangle anything off this one, but I'm going to drill 3 holes in there and dangle off the little moon. And I just think they'll look really pretty. I hope they look pretty anyway. So just a little bit of, I love these chrome markers. They're fabulous. And they do a really good edging on these. Take a little while to dry, so just, you know, be patient on those. Little one around here. Yes, I need some, I think I've got some coloured alcohol inks. So I'm going to use those next time. So this one is not quite a sun catcher, but it is definitely a sort of dingly dangly, isn't it? So we'll do that. And what I should have done is really use the gold one of these around the edge, but that's okay. I could probably, you know, I wonder if you could. I suppose you could go around the edge on that, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. And now I've got it on there, look. There we go. But you could actually go around that with the marker. So I'm going to just, not quite sure whether to go over that. I might go over that with some UV resin. We shall see. So let those dry, and then I'm going to just drill a hole in these. But I'm going to actually mark it with a pen. So I'm going to put this one sort of there. Not that you can really see it. One there and one there. Right, let me get my little foam pad. Okay, pop that on there. I'm going to take this lovely drill, which is, what did I do with the box? Here's the box. It's the cordless drill for Let's Resin, and this is just fabulous. Comes with lots of different sort of fixtures on there, little to put your different size drill bits in there. But I've got the sort of the smallest one. Shall I just come in a little bit? Let's just move over here. Let's move over here. Let's find the, done it in silver and I can't see it. So let's just There we go. And I'm going to just drill. I did it sort of like this way, so it's not hanging like that. So I'm hoping it will hang a little bit, you know, straighter. So let's put one there, one there, and one there. So if it's a little bit off balance, then I can always add another little hole into there. Not worried about that. And then I'm going to need a hole on each end of these. They've already got a hole in, so I only need to do one hole at the end on each one. There we go. And then this one for the top. There we go. See how quick and easy that is? It's really, really lovely. So we need to get rid of all of these little bits here. So make sure you've got a mask on. I really should be wearing gloves to do that, but I'm going to just pop it into my bin. Okay, there we go. Super. Let's get a pair of pliers. Pop these on here. I've got my little pieces in here. These ones I've got like little crystals to pop onto here. Let's take these out. These are such a fabulous little gift to make, aren't they? Right, we need some jump rings. We can probably go with these ones here. A few of these. Make sure they are big enough. I'm going to put the bottom ones on first. Just open that up, just pop the jump ring through the hole, and then I've got these little ones. I've got little pearls on and little beads. Can you see? Ink everywhere. That one. Oops. Put that in there. We have another one. These ones have got a sort of flat end to them. The other ones I've got a loop on either end, so we can just add a little jump ring. So that goes on. Oh, look at that. Dingly dank. You probably have quite a long one on there. Add a bit of chain or something as well. I could, couldn't I? Put that on. Oops. And then the last one. Twist that on. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Little dingly danglies. Okay. Now I need to add a little one of these. I'm going to add, right, I'm going to put this long one on first. So I need to put this through there. Let's see if I can work this out. I'll have a jump ring. Pop the jump ring through there. Pop a little connector. This one's got a little loop at either end with a crystal in between. So we'll do that one up. Another jump ring. Probably don't need them that big. Oh, maybe I do, because it's got to go through there, hasn't it? So let's open up another one. Pop that through. Did I go through? There we go. That's going to go through. That's going to dangle, so we want to go this way. Not that it really matters which way round it goes. Oh, and then we want another one. Oh, no, we don't. What am I talking about? So that goes on there, like that. So that hangs down. And we will have another jump ring. It's going to be quite long. So that will go through that one. We'll have another little connector. Like that. You want to get some quite nice big jump rings in there. So it sort of like swings and they're not sort of tightly closed up. So that will go through there. We'll pop this one on. This one actually feels a little bit thicker. Do you know what I mean? Can you see that's quite thick? And that can go on. Oh, I'm loving this. It's going to be so pretty. And then I'm going to put some chain on the top. That can go through. That's not one, is it? There it is. Oh, did I do 4 of those? Oh no, that's a different one. That's because I didn't put pearls on that one, did I? So that goes through there. Then I'm going to add, oh look at that, that's fabulous. All made with some beautiful epoxy resin. So that can go through there, through that one. Then one more little jump ring. Let's go this way because you can probably see it a little bit better on the black like that. Look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? And then I need, what do I need? I need a bit of chain. So I'm going to take a little bit of chain. Don't need too much. All depends how long you want something to go, or wherever you want it to go. Take another jump ring. Pop that through that little bit of chain. That goes through your top one. Like that. And then with the chain, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just sort of loop it, but pop a little tiny, not tiny, but a little jump ring in there, just to hold that together. So you've got like a loop at the top. So open that up, pop that down, make a little loop through there, and then close that up. So that means you've got a little loop there. Oops, if I can show you. That's a little loop like that, where you can hang it on a little nail or something and then hang that down. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Sorry, you're a bit close now, aren't you? There we go. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that just gorgeous? And then you've got the little crystals in between. And that will hang down. Oh, I think it's beautiful. That's going to hang in my window. Let's pop that to the side for a second. Right, we don't want the silver ones, do we? We need to have some antique ones. Let's put these in there. Right, do you think that's dry? Dry-ish. So we've got to be a little bit careful because we need to drill some holes. I need to drill a hole in here. So where is the connecting bit there? So I'll go at the top. Let's do this. Let's take our drill. Drill a little hole in there, which is perfect. And then a little hole in each one of these. Where's the end of this one? I'm going to go through that one because I'm not sure whether it was blocked it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Lovely. Is there a hole through there? I'm going to drill through there. I think I've blocked that little hole up. There we go. Perfect. Let's take these off. Get rid of that. Take that one. That's beautiful. This is gorgeous. Right, we have got, this is lovely, look at that. Some little jasper, I think these are jasper, green jasper. Might be completely wrong. Where's my little brush one? Right, let's see. I might have to go for these quite big ones because I think these are a lot thicker. So I might need the thicker ones. Let's see. There we go. Oops, what do we want? We want to go, we don't want to put the little one through, we want to go through here. We want one of our little connectors, like that. Close that up. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Really does look like a planet, doesn't it? Jump ring through there, and then we'll go for the next biggest one, if I can go through. Oh, you're going to go through? Yeah. It's a little bit tight, actually. I think they're the biggest. Oh no, that's fine. That swings lovely. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oops. Oops, I've got it on the wrong way. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Okay. I need to turn that around. Oh dear, let's turn this around. Let's take this off. Put it on this way. Pop it on the right way. There we go. Push them together, don't pull them apart, push them together. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. These jump rings, shall I measure them? They're probably about 1 centimetre. What's that? Just over 1/4 of an inch. Okay, we'll go for this one. Little one of these. They've got some like little ornate flowers on there as well. Can you see? They're pretty, aren't they? Okay, am I doing this the wrong way round? That's right, that can be. That can go on there. Then we need a jump ring to go on this one. Oops. That can go through. There we go. Make sure they are going the right way. Oh, it does look very oriental, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. How pretty. Right, I need to put this one on. And then another one of these. Oopsie daisy. Another jump ring. Lots of jump rings. 2, 4, 6, 7. I think you need 7 jump rings. Okay, right, this way goes, so that's got to go. Okay, let me work this out. Let's put that through there first. Like that. That can go in there. There we go, that should be the right way round. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is fabulous. Oh, I love it. Right, so I've got another one of these which I think I might put on there and then the chain on the top. So let's cut a little piece of this off. This one's going to be quite long. The little bit of chain could actually go straight onto this little bit of wire, I think. Let's take the end of that. Sorry, that's a bit fiddly for you to see. There we go. Put that on there. Make sure that that's closed up properly. I'm going to take a little tiny jump ring. Let's put these ones back a moment. In there. Oh, I need a jump ring, don't I? Just a tiny one. Tiny, tiny one. Go. Open that up. Oops. Pop that on the end. Is that going to go on the end? No. There we go. And then about that big. You know, make a little loop about the size of whatever you're going to hang it from. Do you know what I mean? So if you've got an idea of where you're going to put it, then you know how big to make the little loop with. So I normally just hang them off little hooks or something, so that's absolutely perfect. Oh, I do need another big jump ring, don't I? To put those ones. This last one on. There we go. Pop that on. Make sure this is hanging properly. I will try and get some nice pictures of it hanging up, which is not that easy, but oh my gosh guys, look how beautiful that is. Oh, I think that's lovely. Look at that. So then that really, really does look oriental. So that is quite long in the end. Can you see how long that is? So I give it a quick measure. So that's 12, that's 17 inches. So that's going to hang down. So that's absolutely beautiful. And again, you could make little holes in here and then have sort of like chain coming off it. But I think that looks beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. And this one, look at this, this is a sparkly one. This will look beautiful hanging in my window. All shining when the sun comes through, which is lovely. This one isn't as long. What do you reckon? That's about 12. That's about 12 inches, about 30 centimetres. But absolutely gorgeous. So I had fun making those. They are lovely. So I've got lots of little bits left over. So the leftover bits from those, I just popped into here and made little dingly dangly embellishments. These are for earrings, which are just beautiful, so I can make some little bits and pieces with these, probably to hang off my journals. So I've got that one, and I've got these three, which I might go over the top of these because I'm not sure whether I like those sort of 3 dots on there. So maybe I'll do something with these. Oh, I tell you what, you could make like a little, oh, you could make little cakes, couldn't you? If you made them into the right colour. So you have a little cake. Oh, I like that. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's our lovely, lovely make for today. So I have used the resin from Let's Resin, which is the epoxy resin, which is A and B. So you need to mix those together in equal amounts. It's not weight, it's volume. So say you have you know, 2 ounces, you put 2 ounces of A and then 2 ounces of B, so you'll have 4 ounces in total, and give that a good mix before you start adding anything to it. So there we go, guys. We've used that. We used the amazing drill, which I love. This is fantastic. A really, really lovely drill. I have used the chrome pens, which are brilliant, which you can see here, which is lovely. Can you see? It just finishes it off. Just lovely, lovely. Everything's lovely. We use the metallic alcohol inks. What else did we use? And I use, which I don't know what I've done with them now, but we used the flakes, didn't we? I don't know, but I'm gonna look. Here they are. Here they are. These are the lovely chunky glitters, which are probably one of my favourite things. A little bit of sparkle is fabulous. And then these are the moulds, the jewellery moulds. This is a fantastic value. You get all sorts of lovely, lovely moulds in there to make earrings and pendants and all sorts of things. So they are fantastic. So I'll link everything that I've used under the video, but these are just beautiful. I absolutely love them. So these are going to go now downstairs and hang in my window. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fab rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.